Hey YouTubers, Raven here.
Starfire.
And tonight we're going to talk about The Flash!
Season 5, Episode 6.
Yes.
The Icicle Cometh.
Dun, dun, dun! I actually really liked this episode.
I liked both episodes tonight.
Yes.
They were both good.
They were.
But yeah, the Flash episode was really good.
Mm-hmm. What did you like about it?
I liked that Nora wanted to go with Iris and, find something in common and, And I liked the whole Cecile and Ralph, team up, too. I thought that was fun. She's got her mojo back, which she never really lost in the first place.
Right.
But
the nickname, Cecile, your fate.
Yeah. And then just,
great.
The stuff with her dad and Caitlin's dad and everything, too. I mean, I didn't really dislike anything except maybe Cicada. That's it.
Yeah,
I always say his name wrong.
Cicada's character is annoying.
Annoying to say the least.
I'm not impressed with this villain at all right now. He seems like a giant wuss who attacks out of fear. I mean, mainly that's what bullies are pansies who attack out of fear. But, I have an issue with his fundamental ideal. Which is that all metas are evil and I have to kill them all.
Right.
Dude's a damn meta himself. Like
he wouldn't have those abilities without that.
And I like, the doctor is supporting him, metas, they attack everyone and blah blah blah, they all deserve what's coming to them, you're doing the righteous work. And I'm like, he's a meta. I mean, are you stupid? I don't understand how he's all metas are evil, period, and they all need to be killed, and he's not looking in the mirror.
Right.
Because, especially at the end of the episode, he was like, don't. It makes me stronger. And I'm like, you don't think that's a meta ability? Dude, dumbass.
Yeah, because he took in her powers through the lightning bolt, right? Or because he got his wound from her. It made him stronger.
Yeah, but it's not at the, see, that doesn't even make sense because it's making him weaker.
Yeah.
And how the hell do you understand this damn villain? He makes no fracking sense and it's pissing me off.
He doesn't.
Seriously. I don't understand. And I'm fracking annoyed.
Obviously.
I'm gonna sit back and shut up before I yell more. You talk.
There was just a lot of funny moments in this one, too. When Nora said, "No shrap, Sherlock." That was so great. I want to say that now just to confuse people because they won't know what I'm talking about unless they've watched The Flash.
You can also say that's so sway.
Yeah. And they'll be like, what the F? I'll be like, it's from The Flash.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe you'll say it in the future, too.
Right. The Diana Troy reference.
Yes, that was good. Because, when he said...
Ralph.
when Ralph said she was an empath, I immediately thought of that. And then he's like, "You're the Deanna Troy of Team Flash," and I'm like, "Yay, he mentioned it!"
Yeah. It took me a moment to remember who she was. This one here had to remind me Star Trek, and then I was like, "Oh, right, I know that
And
one."
Next Generation, mind
No. Okay, you didn't have to remind me Next Generation, like that popped in, but
you.
like,
Yeah.
once you get going on Star Trek, you don't really. So I just like stayed quiet.
Well, no, I was trying to make you know who she was by
like,
giving you a bunch of different things.
Yeah, but you seemed like you were on a roll, so I didn't want to stop.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, once you said Star Trek, I was like, right.
It was like she was the empath, the Betazoid, the counselor on Next Generation, Counselor Troy.
Mm-hmm.
She could sense people's feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who had feelings and relationship with number one.
Riker.
Yeah. He was not too bad looking.
No, they didn't get married until the last movie. Anyway. If I ever do a video about Star Trek, I'll talk about it.
Oh my gosh.
Not now.
You can devote a whole channel to your Star Trek thoughts.
No. Maybe to Voyager. But not to the original series.
Like, you guys back me up here. Like, there's channels devoted to just one specific thing. And with all your knowledge of Star Trek, you could totally delve into everything.
Oh, I have knowledge of it, but I don't have nearly as much knowledge as other people that are bigger fans. That have seen all the series, that know every single detail of every episode and every guest star and every this and this and this. I don't remember all that stuff. I just watch the episodes. If I like them, I like them. If I don't, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't really care about all of that extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, and then the Dr. Quinn medicine. Just like the different pop culture references are always great.
When Cisco walked up behind Caitlin and said, "Doctor," I was like, no. Because, like, I know she's a doctor, you know?
Mm.
I know she's Dr. Snow. But, like, something about that moment screamed, like, reference incoming, you know? And when he said doctor, I was like, no. And he goes, "Quit." I'm like, no. And his medicine was like, ah!
I mean,
I loved that show growing up so damn much.
oh yeah, it's a great show.
It's
Jane
so
Seymour
good.
is gorgeous.
Amen.
She's still gorgeous, and she's like in her 60s.
Right, but her like jewelry line kind of like, she's all over about her jewelry line. I'm like, shut up. Like,
Yeah.
be Dr. Quinn. I don't care about your jewelry line.
The open heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was pretty into it like maybe 3 or 4 years ago.
Hmm.
So.
I grew up on that, like I grew up on Star Trek and yeah.
It was good.
And Walker, Texas Ranger. What?
I mean, I will finish the show. I will.
One day.
It's just, it's on all the time here. So, if I finish it, I'm doing it by myself on my own, not with my mom.
Yeah. I never finished it, so.
Well, she has the season, so
Yeah.
I can always do that.
But yeah, the show was amazing. I really enjoyed this episode.
Mhm.
It's like,
I did get irritated though that it took them a bit to like figure out something to do when they were in you know, in the place where her dad was at and they were all freezing. Because I'm like, do something, you know.
well, they couldn't do anything, and all that was happening was that she was staying human.
Yeah.
She can't access Killer Frost.
No, I know, but, like, I just felt like it was just taking time, and it was, like, getting closer, and they were at the point of 460, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
ah!
But because of the mental block that they discovered,
Mm-hmm.
it took that amount of, like, everyone's going to die.
Yeah.
My dad is going to die if I don't do something now.
Right.
And it had to wait until that moment of my dad is going to die right now before she was able to become scared enough to access that.
Yeah.
Like, I knew that it would have to come to a point like that. I did not expect it to be with her dad.
Mm-hmm.
But I knew it was going to be life or death for her or the team. Or both.
Yeah.
Because it comes down to the point where is either this will happen or people will die.
Right.
And that was the only moment I could see that she'd be able to access Killer Frost again.
Yeah.
And so it did take forever, but it's because they, like, had the countdown. They had to wait.
Yeah.
So we had to wait with them.
No, I know. It was just kind of like suspense killing me type thing. I'm like, do something. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Like, she physically couldn't stand up to her father until that specific moment when it was life or death for all the people in there.
Yeah.
So I do think it's cool that he can fly.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mr. Freeze.
Icicle, not Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze is someone else. Yes, you have Captain Cold, you have Icicle, you have Killer Frost,
There's
you
too
have
many.
Mr. Freeze.
Honestly.
There's a whole ice family. Come
Obviously.
on. Yes. But yeah, Mr. Freeze is a Batman villain.
Oh, that's right. Well, you said Mr. Freeze, though, during the episode, so I thought that...
I was kind of being sarcastic.
Oh.
Like,
I thought that's who you actually thought he was.
no.
But yeah, like, I mean, I know people dislike Ralph. I like Ralph.
Me too.
I think even more right now in this season.
He's really coming into his own and becoming a character again.
Yeah.
So it's becoming more like it was when Barry was in jail. Not that he's taking on missions like he was back then, but that they're giving him time to develop.
Yeah.
And I think they're doing really well with it.
Mm-hmm. I do too. And I just liked that, you know, they were able to find the name and they were able to pinpoint, like, why Cicadas, you know, after the people he's after and everything, and they work together, and I don't know, just cool.
Yeah. I mean, at least now they know the name of the villain. Well, I mean, not really, because they didn't look into that part, but, like, they know the name of the villain's daughter, which means they have the villain's last name. So that's not going to be too hard, and since Cisco can hack into the DoD, why not have him hack into hospital records? He'll be able to discover who the dad is.
Right.
So, I mean, that's just like 2 clicks on a keyboard away. So they basically discovered who the villain is.
Yeah.
Which is good, I suppose. Not like they can actually move against him, because as we saw in the preview, Flash gets hurt really bad, and Nora is just like, Dad!
Yeah.
And I'm just like, y'all are stupid!
Well, also, in the description for next week's episode, it said that Nora's dealing with her anger over his disappearance in the future. So, probably when he gets hurt in the present, she freaks out because she's worried that he's gonna die, or that he's gonna, or something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah. But, like, she knows what happened. She knows that he doesn't go away until the
But I mean, that's probably related to it, is what I'm saying.
No, because in the original timeline, like, Cicada disappeared long before Crisis. So,
it's just genuine fear because her dad's hurt.
It's just fear of losing him, period. Because she did screw up the timeline. So it is a new Cicada, one that's not in the History Museum. And I say History Museum, you guys know I mean Flash Museum, but
Flash History.
Like, since it's not the same one, you know, like, I mean, to your point, like, he could be gravely injured and die because it's not the same history that she remembers.
Yeah, and the future can change.
Yeah. But I think that is that she's finally had this chance to like discover her father and be with him and have a dad, and that to know that will be stripped away, and to like, even though she knows that, like, it's okay because, like, he won't die because they haven't had her yet, you know? But the idea that she could almost lose him before his time, it's like losing him all over again. Only this time she knew him.
Yeah.
So it's a lot scarier.
Right.
So yeah. I don't know. But I did want to mention about Killer Frost. Like I was saying during the episode, I love how they started doing the makeup for it.
Yeah.
Because in the old seasons, it looked like she was wearing a wig. I mean, you could tell she was wearing a wig.
Yeah, it did.
And like,
and this was like a lot more natural looking.
Yeah, and contacts and everything like that. But this time is all computer generated, and it looks so good.
It did. It looked a lot better.
Yeah, because back when it was the wig and contact lenses, is like either she had the contact lenses in and the hair on, or she was Caitlin.
Right.
Like, there was no fading, like, effect where Killer Frost faded away and let Caitlin emerge, or Caitlin faded away and let Killer Frost. And so I love stick, but it didn't. I'm ignoring that.
But I'm like, why is it freezing so much?
Know.
I don't have anything else going. It's weird.
But yeah, I just, the only thing, like, I understand the idea behind her losing her powers as part of the story arc of her character. But I hope that they own that, and by that I mean, don't get her to come out when she's able to access her freely again. Puppies, I'm angry.
Yeah.
And out comes her version of the Hulk. I mean, access it like who she is. Like, you don't
think by having her have the brain thing will help that.
Well, that's only there because she can't access Killer Frost. Even though she did that right now, like, she can't do it again.
I know, but they were saying the reason that they gave it to her was so that she can eventually be able to do that without having to just have it be through fear.
No, not without having it be through fear. That's not how she, like, that's not what they were talking about. They were saying that she can't access Killer Frost, period, right now. Only in a moment of life or death situations.
Right.
And that's because in that moment, the barrier isn't strong enough to hold back the swell of, I guess you could call it fear,
Yeah.
but it's more like worry or, you know, like stuff like that. But that it so consumes her entire being that the wall can't withhold it. But back then there was no wall. It was just Caitlyn, like, suppressing the evil within her, which is a bullshit story
Yeah.
line. But this right here, the mind thing that they're letting her use is so that she can readily talk with her like she did in the episode. And the idea behind that is if she keeps in constant communication with her, even using that, and even using that to help her turn into Killer Frost, or access her powers, I should say, is that it'll weaken the wall. And that eventually she won't have to use that to even communicate or anything with Killer Frost. It'll just happen normally without it. Like, it'll be like it used to. So that's what the thing is just getting them back to where it used to be.
Okay.
Only now, since it's a telepathic thing, they don't have to write notes to each other. They can just talk telepathically.
Yeah, they can connect through telepathy. Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah, which I wonder if she's going to keep, like, not the headpiece, but, like, the ability to communicate telepathically with her.
Yeah.
Because they're two identities within the same body. And I know that, like, people with multiple personality disorder can't, like, communicate with their alters.
Yeah, they can.
Unless they write notes and stuff. But, like they were doing before she lost her connection.
Right.
But since this is, like, I want to say magical, but, you know, scientific, like, technology screwed up, black matter stuff, you know, like, that type of stuff, since it's scientific and whatever, like, it's still meta powers. And so I would think that if she grows a close enough connection, they would be able to have that telepathic bond without that, because they're the same person. And I mean, I hope that happens, because I would love to hear some more inner dialogue.
It looks like it's going that way, hopefully.
Well, I mean, for now, because of the headpiece, it's the only way we can hear Killer Frost.
Yeah. But I mean, eventually it probably will get to that point. So.
It'd be a cool idea, and I hope they run with it.
Yeah.
Because I enjoy the Killer Frost character. I just don't enjoy the caricature that they were doing of her.
Right.
And I hope that now that they've brought her back, that they intend to do her justice. And, I mean, since they've made her a hero instead of a villain, or even an anti-hero, since they've made her strictly a hero, they need to do right by that version of her, and not, like, basically, she was Ralph before Ralph came along. And she needs to have more of an importance like Cisco did when he was Vibe. There needs to be a reason, and I'd really like to see them delve into using her more like they did with Vibe, and he became an integral part of the team.
Yeah.
It is now hard for them to do things without him using his powers, and they're having to relearn how to do things without Vibe.
Yeah. So hopefully she can come in and actually, like, help them and do things like that when she connects better with her and telepathically and everything. So, I mean, hopefully it's leading that way. I mean, I think that it is because of what they gave her in this episode. But we won't know till we see it, so.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I like the fact that Icicle's still out there.
Yeah.
And that Caitlin is right that there's a reason why Icicle wants so much for that serum, and it's because she was right. There's still a part of Tom that's in there, and he's fighting to come out.
Right.
It's probably more so once Caitlin showed up, and he's like, "That's my daughter." Like, I have a reason to live.
I knew when he, like, showed himself as her dad, though, again, like, she was gonna break, and then he just used that to, like, you know, throw her across the room.
It is the cheapest thing in the book, but it works every time.
It does.
And it works every time for a reason.
Yeah. I
mean, it worked in Legends of Tomorrow. You know, they couldn't send fake Amaya back to hell because she had the face of their friend, Charlie. Yeah. But, I mean, if some guy had the face of someone that I loved, and, you know, like, he was doing bad things, but then when I went up to, like, take him out, do that.
Yeah.
You know, like, you have to think about that. Like, would you be able to do that?
Yeah, like, from their perspective.
Would you not hesitate? I would definitely at least hesitate, and that would give them enough time to strike back. Definitely. Like, which is what they're going for when they do that.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, no, Caitlin, don't lower your guard, please. But Katie, never Caitlin. And as her father, he should have at least called her Caitlin once.
Yeah.
So that was a major red flag for me. Doesn't even use your actual name. I get I'm sorry if I was missing for like 20 years from my child's like life. I know that's a lot because she's like talking about the character. We don't really know their ages anymore.
Season 1. So they're probably around 28 or so now. I don't know.
So, you know, like, if I hadn't seen my child in that long, I wouldn't, from the shadows, say, Katie? Yeah. You know, like, I'd be like, Caitlin, is that you? You know, I'd use her name.
You'd think that she would have, like, recognized that there was something different about that, but she didn't.
Yeah, but it's because she was looking at it with rose-colored glasses.
Yeah, because she was so happy to see her dad.
Yeah. And I wonder with this new revelation that she's had about her mom, like, that she did it to protect her, that she saw the monster her dad had become and locked him away. Like, I want her to go back and face her mom and say, like, and let her know, I did something and you're not going to be happy about it.
Right.
And talk to her about it and let her know that, Mom, I understand what you did. I'm sorry I thought you were a massive bitch.
I mean, she was.
Yeah. But, you know, like, she had to be heartless. Yeah. You know, she had to have an icy heart, like they keep describing her as. Because if she didn't, she couldn't have saved her daughter. She had to lock him away, and that's probably what made her, like, be so harsh to her daughter.
Right.
Is because she's dealing with the guilt of locking her husband away in this black ops site in the middle of nowhere looking Siberia. That, like, for the rest of his life, she probably doesn't even know if he's alive or dead, with a homicidal maniac inside of him as an alter ego. Yeah. Like, how do you mentally deal with that? You know? So it had to have killed her inside, and it's just sad that she couldn't be there for Caitlin because of that.
Yeah.
So I think that probably changed her.
I like that she realized that, you know, she's not alone, and even Killer Frost.
Yeah.
You know, has them as her family, and that she's not alone anymore.
Right.
And then when she transforms back to Caitlin, she's like, I'm not alone either. And I'm not alone anymore either.
Yeah.
So. It was a nice moment.
Yeah. But I think when Caitlin said I'm not alone either, she was talking about like Killer Frost. That
Yeah.
She had her back.
Yeah.
But I want to see a scene where Caitlin goes to her mom and explains everything and says thank you for what you did.
I mean, we might get that this season.
Yeah.
We're only 6 episodes in.
I know. But I think that would be such a huge step for her character.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, we'll probably see more with her this season, I think. So, we're going to see more development finally, I believe, with her character.
Right?
So,
I mean, we totally haven't been waiting for like 5 seasons. You know, because all she was in the beginning was, oh my gosh, my fiance died. And then it's like, oh my gosh, my fiance is Firestorm. And it's, oh my gosh, my fiance died again. Like, she was all about the guy. Because then after Ronnie died for the second time, she was kind of getting with Draco Malfoy. I mean,
Julian.
Yes, Julian. I couldn't remember, so I called him Draco because that's what I remember him as.
Tom Felton.
Yes. So it's like she's always been about the guy, and I need her as a character.
Mm-hmm. And we're getting that now.
Yes. I'm just sad that it's taken 5 seasons.
Sometimes it does. You can't focus on every character.
No, but she's like
all the time.
She's like one of my top 5 favorite actresses, and so I just want, I want more of her.
Yeah, I know.
So, let's just say top 10. Yeah, she's in my top 10. I do have a top 10, but yeah,
I think we all do.
right?
But yeah, it was a good episode. I don't really have anything else.
Neither do I. I think I said my piece.
Yeah.
So I suppose until next time, keep believing in the impossible.